I am Randy from northeast China, and I'm from Heilongjiang province, and from the capital of Heilongjiang province is Harbin City. So I'm from Harbin City. It's very cold there. It could be minus 30 to 40 degrees in the winter. So it's rather different from the UK, you know. And now since I'm here from September 2014, and now I'm studying robotics in King's College London, and it's mainly about fuzzy control part. So I think I really had a good time in UK.
What is the best thing about your university accommodation here?
I think the first one is it's very convenient for the students. The second one is the price. Compared to the rented houses on some websites, it's rather cheap, and I think it's rather safe, and we don't have to worry about the contracts. Yeah, we don't have to deal with that. Yeah, so I think everything is set, and you just need to choose what type of room you want to live, like catered or self-catered. Yeah, and where do you want to live? Because as a King's student, you can choose the King's residence and the University of London residence. Yeah, so I think it involves a lot of halls, and you can just choose whatever you want.
Oh, for here it's catered, which is good because I don't have to think what I have to cook, and I don't have to do like washing up and stuff. And here I live in like my single room, which is a shared bathroom. The condition is quite good. It's not that I've expected, because shared bathroom I expected it to be like kind of like dirty, but it's actually quite good. And the social life here is pretty good as well.
I think it really provides a really exciting social life, and every people there are very polite and approachable, and there's a really big common room downstairs, so you can every time you feel like talking to people, you just come down and you can get a really nice chat with everybody over there. Yeah.
I think the best thing to live in UK so far is that we have many cultural events here. For example, I went to the African fair last month, I guess, and like I can really experience culture from the Africans here, and there are also other there are many museums here, like the British Museum, etc., which I can like visit them very often and understand more about different cultures.
What was the most surprising or shocking thing about your university accommodation?
I wouldn't say shocking, but it's a new experience for me to live in a single room, because previously my experience all with I have a lot of roommates, we live together, it's a community and like that. And when I first came here, it's just like it's a corridor and you can see loads of doors beside, and then you just enter one of the room. And after that you don't meet anybody. Because I was kind of worried at the start, because it's like if I don't know anybody, well, I get like so lonely and die in my own room. Yeah, but then it turns out to be fine, because I find that people actually starting to stick their names on the door. That's really nice, yes, so I get to meet them more often.
The most shocking thing, well, when I walked in my room for the first day when I got here, I found out that the floors were uneven. And I asked the warden why that was. He said the building's very old, which kind of made me a bit skeptical as to the structural integrity of the building. But after living here for a year, I think it's pretty safe.
Well, it's very shocking to me because I understand it is from an eco-friendly reason, but then the lights for the females' toilets and showers on 4th floor, like which the floor I'm living in, they use the sensors to operate the lights, and then sometimes when I just finished my shower, the lights will go off at night, and it's still happening because they use sensors for that, so it's quite shocking to me.
Can I tell the truth? You know, it's rather annoying to hear the sax on the next door. Yeah, you know this. The sound problem is really disappointing and annoying. And although we do have like a silent period in the hall, but you know, sometimes we got distracted.
What is the most difficult or challenging thing about living in university accommodation?
Oh, because I always sleep very late, so the challenge would be setting like a time limit for me to do my stuff and having a good time schedule. So I have to keep up with my work and socialize with people at the same time. So it's like this bit is quite challenging.
I think for Chinese students, if you lived in your self-catered room, then it means you won't connect to the homies a lot. Yeah, you have to do your own things. You don't need to get downstairs to get the food. Yeah, you just came back and have dinners or whatever, and you just go to sleep. Yeah, but so I will recommend the cater rooms for the Chinese students to give them more chances to socialize with the other people. Yeah, you can get a lot of friends that way.
I live in a single room, so there's no roommate. So sometimes you really need to adapt to the the loneliness in the night when you need to be alone in a room. So yeah.
Would you like to talk about any interesting differences between accommodation in China and that in the UK? For example, size, layout, cost, equipment, relationships with staff, etc.
I think the size and layout is pretty much the same. In Hong Kong, I think the rooms might even be smaller. But I think the greatest difference is in the social life. Here there's kind of a split. There are a group of people who like to go partying and like to go drinking, and there are some people who tend not to do that. One of the greatest struggles is trying to accommodate both kinds of lifestyles, and especially here in like a university hall, there will be a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, and also some of the quality activities. And I think one of the struggles is also deciding which ones you want to go to.
Though I've never lived in a university accommodation in Hong Kong because this is my first year here, but then I know about the university accommodation in Hong Kong because my sister lived in there, and it's very different from what we have in Hong Kong, to be honest. Because like in Hong Kong, the whole culture is more like everyone in the hall is like family, and they're very united, and they have many inter-hall activities and competitions such as inter-hall swimming competition, etc. And they have more twin rooms compared to what how many we have here. Because for here we mostly have single rooms, and we seldom have those inter-hall competitions as what we have in Hong Kong. So it's very different because people here are like more individual, and they don't have that many inter-hall competitions to fight against each other. So like the unity of the people living in the hall accommodation in London is very different from that in Hong Kong.